Yes, mate. It's not a can this week, it's a
I
bottle.
know. We took that pikey comment to heart, I think, didn't we?
Oh, no. Yeah, welcome back. Episode 6. Today's episode is called Hudds. But before we jump into it, we just want to say we're really, really sorry for, everyone that's messaged in saying that last week's episode was just shocking, and they just said Luke was just a bit like
bit fucking droll.
Yeah, like they just didn't really like him on the show, and we looked at the analytics and everyone stayed in for the intro, and then as soon as we introed Luke, they just jumped out. They just want more of Jay and Ryan.
Honestly, there was like a 10-minute attention span, and then people circled back for the who you're drinking, noticed that I said Luke, and then turned back off.
I know, so yeah, we are sorry, everyone. No, I'm only joking. Everyone loved it.
Everyone did love it. We've had loads of good feedback on it. Minus the audio. People were like, fucking could do with the audio bit. But I was like...
It was on a walkie-talkie, to be fair.
Mate, honestly, we're amateurs. Like, if people could see our setup now...
Don't mock the setup, mate. This little hedgehog table.
You lot need to do better in your jobs. This is your fucking setup.
No, but it was mega, and I... proper enjoyed doing it too.
Oh mate, it was wonderful episode, man. It was just he had so many good points and hit home on a lot of stuff for both me and you, probably everyone else as well. And people have messaged in gearing up to sort of I want to tell my story.
We've had at least 3 people messages in the last 3 or 4 days. Yeah, it's Thursday today, so it'll be Friday when people listen to this. We record obviously the Thursday, but we had 3 people messages this week saying that they want to come on the show and share their story, and that's just based on Luke having the massive fucking Scottish balls he's got coming on the show, telling his story, and that's what it's about, us guys, and obviously like we said, we encourage girls,
absolutely,
gender neutral, whatever the fuck you are, come on the show and tell your story. It can help, first of all, it can help you. It obviously helps us doing it because we learn all the time. And then also, it can have that domino effect, how it did with Luke coming on the show. And then we've had, about 3 people messages this week saying they want to come on the show. And it's just fucking, what's the word? Not knowledge is power, but, it's a bit one person speaks up and then another one... And
it's like a chain reaction, isn't it?
It's just mega because, it could be helping people. The message we got today, I'm not going to say the person's name and stuff, obviously it's on the show, but... that message when I know you was the one messaging, but I read over it after.
Yeah.
And that was just just mad to read and stuff.
I know. It was. Obviously, we'll get him on, won't we?
Yeah, 100%.
But he
seems like a great guy as well, from what I read.
His story. It's one that sort of I think. Not needs telling, but it'll be very good for him.
But it's mega as well, because I want to hear it. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Just how someone can fucking come back from all that stuff, man.
It's insane. But that's enough anyway about fucking last week. That's old news. This week, you want to do a shout out.
I do want to do a belated shout out. I forgot on episode 4. Couldn't do it for the Rucker episode. So here you go, boys. I wanted to give a shout out to the We Are Future Free boys out there in Helsinki. Fucking shit up. Their Instagram is We Are Future Free, and they've got a podcast called Stay Tuned FM.
Nice.
And what they do is they have a little chapter of their podcast, and then in between it they put tunes that they're vibing with that particular week. So good. So yeah, big up Sam and the Scottish Tom Cruise, Liam. Keep up the amazing work, boys.
They'd be meant to get on the show at some point, because when I had a look at their Instagram, it's fucking popping, mate.
I know, and they're so much better at us at the sort of video, getting our faces out there. Shit, we're bad at that.
Defo, mate, defo. But so yeah, intro done, shout outs done. Let's jump into the episode, mate. Hudds. So just to give everyone a bit of context, mate, why Hudds?
Why Hudds, man? It just holds a special place in our hearts, and it's like a timeline from us being 18 to now 30.
Yeah.
And we still go there whenever we get a free Saturday, man. You know what I mean? It's just a place that I thought.
And for all the listeners, that don't know what Hudds is, because on the analytics we do have people that listen in.
Oh, maybe we've got people in Serbia, Germany, Ireland.
We actually do. You check the analytics all the time, don't you? So Hudds is an abbreviation for Huddersfield, and Huddersfield is a small, shitty town, and we can say that because we love it.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? It's a small town based in West Yorkshire, and it's just a mega place. it doesn't offer a lot. It's probably a bit more of a student town than anything. Hence why we used to go there, because I was a student. I went to uni, and obviously like you just stayed in Manchester because you went straight into work.
Yeah, I didn't have that have the whole uni experience, but I kind of feel like I did. Yeah, because I just came to Huddersfield every other weekend.
Yeah, like it was up all the time. It was mega. You know, and the reason we're wanting to talk about this is because it's been like a massive part of our lives, and then secondly, like I feel like definitely for me, and then probably a little bit for you too, like it was a bit of an escape from everything, wasn't it? Like because we were both obviously was from Failsworth, like in the same, like we lived like 5 minutes apart from each other.
It's very bubbly, like where we used to live, wasn't it? Like everyone sort of knew each other. I said semi, here we go, fuck, beep that shit out. Everyone kind of knew each other, didn't they, or knew of one another. Yeah. So whenever we'd go out and stuff around where we used to live, like I feel like we used to just get glares because we weren't fucking Montclair bubble coat wearing cunts sipping rosé at the end of the bar, looking at people going, they're actually having a good time. You know what I mean? Like we just had eyes on us because like we actually went on the dance floor when there was a dance floor and started screaming, "Oh, this is a tune!" when it was an actual tune on. So yeah, but when we went to Hudds, like no one knew us there,
and that's what we liked about it.
Yeah, no one had any preconceptions, and we could just sort of be whoever the fuck we wanted to be. Yeah, and like it sounds proper cringy and stuff, but I've never had to be anyone else other than myself whenever I've gone up there. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, defo, and that's why obviously like we both love going there so much. It was, you know, because even after uni, I stayed down there for like a good.
It was like 7 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, good like 4 or 5 years.
Good chunky life.
I can't remember, but yeah, I was there for like a long time in total, like uni and then after uni, and yeah, we just fucking loved it, didn't we?
Loved it.
So yeah, I suppose other than obviously uni, like what obviously like core memories do you have?
Core memories.
You know,
I remember getting on the train and fucking like WhatsApping going, I'm fucking en route, mate. Yeah. And then he was like, right, I'll meet you at the station. So we get to the station and we go for a beer at, we probably go to like Vox, something, won't we? Like have one in there and then be like, right, let's go back to your digs. Get 2 YouTube tabs open and put one tune on and then minus the volume on the other and blend in the other and pretend that we were DJing.
Just to paint the picture a bit more, like, so this is in my little student digs and I was like a couple floors up and this is how sad we was after a few beers and we was fucking flying. Get the laptop in front of the window, like you just said, we'd have YouTube up in 2 different tabs.
Yeah.
And this is before, I remember at one point I actually downloaded a DJing software.
What was it called? Oh, it had a name, didn't it? Yeah. Is it like DJ Spinner or something like that?
I can't remember what it was, but you had to buy it, but I've like fucking downloaded a
torrented
dodgy version, cracked it. And yeah, we just used to spin the fuck out of like random tunes. But like you said, we'd go on YouTube before that, 2 different tabs, and then we'd play a tune dead loud because he had like fucking massive speakers as well. Play a tune, and then as it was coming towards the end, we'd like lower the volume and then up
increase the volume on the
other. The most fucking unsmoothest fade in the world. And then like we used to like fucking do it at the windows, like as if like we had a crowd.
As if we had a crowd, and it was just some guy getting in his car, and we was like, "Yes, mate.
Yes, mate. Is this a fucking beat or what?" And he was like looking up at us, and he was an actual DJ as well. And he was like, "I'm an actual DJ, boys." I was like, "Sorry, mate.
You guys suck."
But yeah, that was like that was unreal. And then obviously like a lot of my memories are like going out and stuff because that's pretty much what we did most of the time. Because obviously it was like 18, 19, go out loads, and yeah, like just trying to think. The Hacienda night was a mega one. Remember the Hacienda night that we went to?
Yeah, I remember it being a bit of an older crowd.
No, it was.
Like, I say older now, we're that age now, if you know what I mean. But we were.
Some of them was even older though. Like I remember back to that night. We was obviously like not a fucking facial hair in our face, like
no
fucking 2 little spotty teenagers, fucking gelled hair and shit like that. And I remember like waiting in there was like grown ass like husband and wives in there, like was in their 40s and shit, and raving together. And obviously that's from the original like Hacienda back in like
it was in the 90s, something I think when it first got like established, and people obviously who we met must have gone to it back then, and they're still like what what would it have been, like 25 years later?
Yeah.
Still fucking going nuts, and that husband and wife were chilling with us all night.
Was it like Graham Park?
Graham Park, Todd Terry,
yeah.
and she's fucking John Da Silva. And
unreal,
like that was probably one of the best nights that we had there, to be fair, because I think that's the first night where we fully got involved with like the fucking house genre music.
Yeah, because a lot of the other nights we went to there was like Tokyo's nightclub, and that was just like,
it was very R&B, like that, which is sick.
It was like the go-to place because there was only about fucking 3 clubs in Huddersfield. That was just like alright. And then we'd randomly stumble upon like a random night that was on like Skiddle and stuff like that, wouldn't we? Which
Skiddle.
was like a events website, wasn't it? Where they'd have events on and you book tickets and stuff.
Yeah, I've not been on that for ages.
We went to that event. That was it was called Zetland Bar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But there was an underground, like the basement, which I'd imagine was like where they stored fucking barrels and shit like that. But on this night, it was an actual event, wasn't it? And we went down.
Do you remember what the DJ was called that night?
Do I thought?
I do.
Go on.
Damaso.
It was like reggae tunes, though, wasn't it?
Oh no, that was a different night. Same bar, different night.
So I'm getting my nights.
The Damaso night was when we got into that kerfuffle.
Oh, the Polish one.
Yeah.
Should I tell that story?
Yeah. You tell that story, and then I'll tell our version of it because obviously you go on. You just go and I'll chime in.
Well, from what I remember of it, anyway, I don't remember too much of it. I actually don't remember going out anything prior to it.
Just remember being in the club.
I remember like a couple of like random moments in the club. In this fucking weird cave thing. I remember it being mad sweaty and horrible. Do
you remember one of my mates coming up? Bradshaw.
What?
No, you don't remember, do you?
Bradshaw?
Yeah.
No. I just remember though, we obviously went, it was me, you, and another 3 lads. So there's like 5 of us.
Yeah.
And like I said, I remember being in there, I remember it being fucking mad on top and sweaty and hanging and just fucking, we was all waved out of our heads. And I remember us going outside. I remember one of our mates, obviously I'm not going to use names, but one of them, fucking weird as fuck, he kept taking his shoes off and getting about barefooted, and I remember that, and then I remember the bouncers being like, you need to wear shoes. You're like it's a fucking kid in a play centre or something, like he's going to get fucking barukas on the dance floor and shit. So I was like, mate, like, go and put your shoes on.
Can you imagine being barefoot in a club out
proper sticky and minging? Oh. So I was like, go and put your shoes back on, like, fucking, what the fuck? So anyway, like, he was in there trying to find his fucking shoes at the time, and then he come out with his shoes on. But I think by this point, he must have pissed the bouncers off. And this is my version of it in my head anyway. And I think the bouncers was like, these 5 fucking clowns are fucking doing my head in. This guy keeps taking his shoes off like a fucking baby. So I reckon anyway, because I don't know what else happened, I reckon he's worded up these 2 massive fucking hench Polish fuckers. That was like, in my head, both of them was 7 foot and they both look like fucking
Ivan Drago.
Same time. Like, they both look like proper fucking hench fuckers, right? And all I remember is I was walking back to my digs, which was like about a fucking 10-15 minute walk. And then I remember fucking some big fucking Polish don at a gate, like being like, I will break you.
If he dies,
I just remember turning around and being like, yo, what's this guy saying? And then anyway, like, waved out of our heads, don't know what fucking day it is, and then I'm just like, let's just get in the gaff, like, fucking allow these guys, like, and then before we know it, they're like in our face.
Yeah.
The other 3 lads are like in the door, behind the door, and me and you were like kind of stood there, and then I remember like one of them grabbing me and being like, you're not going in your house, like, or something like that, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, mister. No.
What am I doing then? Like, what do you want to do? You want to bend me over or what? Like, I don't know what's happening here, but I was not in a fucking state to, like, A, have a conversation,
no.
B, be sound. I just wanted to, like, go to bed, and I was just like, do what you're going to do, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? And he was like, I'm going to hit you, and then I was like, fucking hit me then. And then
just get it over with.
Yeah, I just remember him hitting me and then me falling to the floor. I don't remember being hit. This is just from what I got told.
Just went to sleep.
And I remember, like, getting back up. And I was like inside the digs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I must have been like out cold. And then I remember then, because I'd had like a massive rush of adrenaline, I was like, and obviously I'm not going to do shit anyway because it was fucking hench, but I'd lost my head and I was like, where the fuck are they? Like, I'm going to fucking go and smash a bottle on his head and stuff like that. And then they've gone, like, let's just leave it. And I remember, like, the guy must have like punched me like fucking hard, mate, because like, my face was fucked.
I seen it. I seen the dig that he did, and literally it put you straight on the floor. Like,
But
you actually hit your face on the floor. You went flat.
I could have died.
Oh, mate, yeah.
I mean?
I thought you did. You weren't moving or anything. I was looking over, going, he's just killed fucking Jay. What? I know I'm gonna die. And those three fuckers are behind the fucking door, like cheering us on. They were going, "Go, Jay! Hit that man! If you can't hit him, no one can!" Like, cheers for the fucking help.
I do not remember why they fucking followed us back and like attacked us all, because obviously did nothing wrong.
No idea. But I remember a guy, like, when we was in that, it was like the courtyard of the digs, right? And he leaned into me because I was the one who was probably the most sober, but I was still off my head. But like, out of all of us, I was like, I had my head screwed on a bit. And he leaned over into me, and was like, "You, I don't like you." And I was like, "Okay, then that's fine." And then they wanted us to come round the corner, come out of the digs, because there was
that's what they were saying.
Because there's no cameras.
That's what they're saying.
And you was like, "All right, let's go." And I was like, "Jay, don't fucking move from here." And you was like, "It's fucking sound. We'll go around the corner. We'll sort it out." And I was like, "Jay, they want to go around there so they can kill us. Like, don't go around the corner." And then those three.
Where was the security guards as well?
Those three asked for the key off you. They was like, "If you've got the key, we're just gonna like go fucking buzz in." So like, you know, the fob that you had, they fobbed in. And then they shut it behind them, so they locked us outside, and we just stood there like fucking like we were in a zoo. And then they watched us. They watched us get fucking daft mauled, mate. So you get fucking cracked. You're on the floor. I'm just waiting for mine. Like, honestly, and then he just fucking whacks me. Next minute, I'm over a car, like a car bonnet, like fucking James Bond.
And then he just fucking pulls your pants down.
Pulls your pants down.
Pulls your little wide fronts down. Open wide. I don't like you.
I don't like you, but I like your little butthole. So yeah, I fly over a fucking car, and then I didn't get knocked out, but like it dazed the shit out of me. And I pulled myself up off this car. I was like, fucking Jesus, just get hit by a fucking train. They fucked off, and then I see you just like no pulse, not moving whatsoever, and I like pulled you up by like your collar, slapped you on the face, and I was like, "Jay, wake up!" And he was like, He was like, he's having a bad dream.
Fuck me.
So I literally fucking princess carried you up like someone's carrying the bride over the threshold. And was like knocking on the door with them three going, "Help! Help us!" And one of them who was there was like an actual like doctor associate, wasn't there? So he pulls us in the kitchen and fucking starts, you know, like cleaning us up and stuff. And I remember me going, "Oh, cheers for the help, by the way, lads." Nice.
Fucking mad, innit?
I think that's the last time I might have spoke to all three of them.
Probably, yeah. Not surprised, but yeah, that was us.
That was an adventure, wasn't it?
It was mental.
It was a great night though, but it just ended terribly.
Yeah,
but, like,
no, it did.
It was really good. The tunes, I remember being like proper funky though. Obviously, you might not liked it as much as me, but I was getting down, mate.
I remember waking up in the morning, and like all five of us was obviously packed into my little student digs, like fucking sardines, like people on the floor, people in the bed. And I remember waking up, fattest fucking headache in the world.
Donomy all over.
Donomy fucking coming out my ears. And I was like, fucking Johnny coming out my ass. Fucking pounded by the Polish dog.
I woke up with some hemorrhoid cream. At least the guy fucking sorted me out with that.
I just remember waking up and like stumbling into the bathroom, and I'd forgot that I'd been fucking KO as well. Stumbling into the bathroom like, fucking headache, man. I turned the light on, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh yeah, that happened.
Whoa!
Fucking minging, mate. And then yeah, like that was... It was just grim, because it's not something we associate ourselves with, is it? Like, any form of violence, trouble causing, like, very much keep ourselves out the way. And when we do interact with people, we're nothing but respectful.
That's probably the first and only time our night has ended in that manner.
Yeah, of course, because, like, you know, we are them guys that'll chat to anyone, and if we get the vibe that they're dickheads, we just distance ourselves away. We don't try and mug them or cause.
Well, we've had loads of people like who come up to us and be like, you know, my mates aren't going to make another hour. Like, can I chill with you? And we've been like, absolutely, of course you can. Like, what's your name? Fucking, let's go get a beer and stuff like that. Like, we're those dudes, whereas a lot of other people would just be like, nah, fucking get to fuck, mate. But me and you done it loads of times and end up fucking spending all night with the cunts. And then sometimes being mates with them for time.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I know. So that's a fucking story within itself. Anything you want to talk about next?
Anything I want to talk about? On your fucking
list. We've got loads of like topics, but I don't just want to like jump into something random.
So there's a bit of an extension on the Hacienda night, isn't there? Bit of an occurrence that happened there.
Go on.
All right, I'll tell it. So
a bit hazy.
So I think I got up there at about 8:30, something like that, and I bought fucking 20 crate of Foster's Gold. And those are people who might...
Oh, the Hacienda. So not the Polish night, for context, because I thought you meant the Polish night.
No.
That's what I said in my head was it. So the Hacienda night that we mentioned earlier on.
Yeah.
Go on.
There's like an extension onto that. Which was fucking hilarious, right? So I get up there about 8:30, and I think I got the bus up. I went to Tesco en route, 20 bottles of Foster's Gold, bottle of Jaeger, and about... Not Red Bull, but it was like, what's it called?
Yeah,
like Blue Star or something.
Tesco version.
No, Boost it was.
Oh, Boost.
Boost. Energy drinks to fucking do Jaeger bombs, obviously. And then I think the night started at like 9:30. It was a proper early start. So we were smashing Foster's Gold and Jaeger bombs like they were going out of fashion. And it was like, right, let's go down. So we got a stamp and stuff, and I remember asking the bouncer on the way in, saying like, if we leave, like, can we come back with these? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, fucking light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, we could run back to your digs and swallow fucking loads more Foster's Gold, loads more Jaeger bombs, and save like tons of money. So I like cornered you and was like, let's have this one beer and then run back to your digs, which is like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
So like a 7-minute sprint, but when you piss, it probably took about 20 minutes.
Longer to sprint piss than it would have done to walk. So
yeah, exactly. So we literally unlock your door, fucking Foster's Gold, Jaeger bombs, and then run straight back and be like, "Hey mate, we've just been to the club next door." So literally, this carries on for like a good 6 hours. Just keep running back to your place, and we're absolutely levered. And then like the 5th or 6th time we go out, I look at you and you're like white as a sheet. So I take you over to the road, and there's like this fucking doorway.
Yeah, near the House of Fraser.
Near the House of Fraser, yeah. Like where they must like load like the bins and stuff there. So I fucking throw you over there, and like I literally like push your head over, like as in like you probably must have felt I was gonna fucking bend you over and rag you, but I wanted you to throw up.
There's a lot of bending over talk.
So much bending over. So I was like pushing your head up there. I was like, go for up, and you was like, I'm sound. And I was like, no one says I'm sound. And actually, sound. I was like, you're not. I was like, just throw the fuck up. So he was like, oh, and you threw up fucking loads. And then I think I threw up off the back of that as well, just for shits and gigs.
Off the smell of it.
And I thought, you know what, I could do a tactical one. And then we bowled back over to try and get back in, and the bouncer was like, yeah, no way. And we was like...
I remember this, sorry. We didn't try to go back to Hacienda. I actually remember this. It was like 2 clubs down to that side, probably where... Not Showtime. What's...
Brewdog.
No, what's the one called where they have like the fucking 2-for-1 fucking...
Weatherspoons.
No, it's not Weatherspoons.
Cotton Factory.
No, it's like... It's...
rattling them off.
Rattling off every fucking shop in Huddersfield. No, it's like the sports bar where they have like the football, and like we go there sometimes and they do like a burger and a pint for like £7. Anyway, it's there. It's like 2 down from where fucking Cotton Factory was.
Right.
And we heard a Justin Bieber song playing.
Oh,
dead loud. Because he had a club night on, and it was like, I don't know what it was, it might have been like fucking Chris Brown and Justin Bieber.
Probably like Baby or something, wasn't it?
Something like that. And I remember like the fucking vomit, like projectile vomiting out my mouth, and then it just come to a stop, and I was like, yo, fucking Bieber.
Bieber's on.
I was like, ran over the road and was like, yeah, just fucking IDs, like fucking let us in here. And then that's when the guy was like, nah mate.
Yeah, no mate.
And I was like, I'm sound.
I heard you say that down there. But he literally said, you're not coming in because I've just seen what the fuck you two have just done in that fucking doorway.
Fucking 2 boys, 1 cup, fucking throwing up in each other's mouths. Sound.
We're both sound. So yeah, that was fun getting but he said it in such like a calm manner. He was like, I've just seen what you've done there. Like,
you aren't coming in.
Yeah,
I actually remember Foster's Gold. Like, they don't sell it anymore, do they?
I've not seen it in ages, but what a beverage.
Yeah, I remember we used to get it all the time in bottles, and I've not seen it in ages, but I can't remember why we actually got drawn to that. It was quite a light, refreshing beer, wasn't it?
And I think it was cheap.
And it was before fucking IPAs existed and we turned into them guys.
Yeah, either that or we just didn't realise IPAs existed and was just like, fucking gotta drink lager.
Yeah. It's mad that. I remember a particular time as well, like, it's not really related to anything, but it just reminded me of our antics from when we were walking around steaming like fucking idiots. I remember when we was walking from our digs to, I think it was Tokyo's, which was like the go-to place.
Like I lived there.
Yeah, well, you practically
You're a little
did,
cute.
So I was walking, and I remember it was pretty waved. Like we basically always waved when we was in Huddersfield.
Yeah, that's true.
And I remember like there was a bin across the road, and we both had like probably an empty bottle of Foster's Gold, and I was like, "Do you reckon you could lob it in that bin there?" And one of us must have tried to fucking Michael Jordan it into the fucking bin from like fucking 60 yards.
Do the MJ fade away.
And the fucking bottle obviously smashed. And out of nowhere, some feds just popped out of some bushes.
Woo!
It was like, oi! It was like, fuck!
Oh shit!
And if we didn't even fucking look behind us before we threw the bottle, obviously the bottle was going to smash, and we don't fucking litter and shit, like, we just try and throw it in the bin, having a laugh, and it fucking smashed. And the police came over and was like, oi! What you fucking playing at? And I was just like, oh, just tried to fucking 3-point it, mate. And he was like, no, he was like, fucking names now. And then I remember like you being like shitting it a bit.
Yeah.
And was obviously. Like, Ryan Longdon. And I was like, no, it's not. It's called Romeo Longdon. And then he was like, Romeo Longdon. I was like, yeah. And he was like, what's your name? And I was like, J Rich. And he was like, is that your full name? I was like, yeah. No, it's Jay DeSanto Rich. Just coming up with the most dumbest fucking name. And he was just like, right. And he was like, where are you going? And I was like, Camel. Even though he's going Tokyo. And he was like, right, sound. And then the guy just thought, these guys are dangerous, mate. Yeah. Off their tits, mate.
I mean, we made one guy poo, but the other guy just fucking sent us for hot dogs made with them fucking names.
No.
I was giving him my fucking national insurance number and everything. I was like, just take me home now. I live 20 minutes away. I'll just leave.
Oh, that was fun.
I got deemed a menace to society in Huddersfield and got fucking took home.
Yeah, we've got so many, mate.
Camel. Well, you just mentioned Camel.
Well, yeah, Camel.
Like, fucking...
So our go-to place was Tokes.
Yeah.
I've got a story after this that leads on nicely from this as well. Like, so obviously our go-to place was Tokes. We can talk a bit about Ladham as well here. So,
that's true.
So Tokyo's was like the main kind of club in Huddersfield.
It was, yeah. I think it's probably it's not a club anymore. It doesn't exist anymore.
Well, unfortunately, no, it doesn't, because we found that out last time.
The hard way.
The hard way.
We'll tell that afterwards.
So yeah, Tokyo's in these Tokyo's like fucking everywhere, but in Huddersfield, this particular one, from what I remember, and if this might be wrong, I'm sure it used to be like a mansion.
Yeah, it used to be like an old manor house.
Yeah,
or
and it's
like
fucking massive. So like you go in up the steps, and then there's obviously like the ground floor, which is when you walk in, and then there's like some big middle stairs, as if you could imagine in a mansion, and you go up them. And then it's like the top floor in it, and it was like always mad bassy up there. Like the floors bounced, didn't they, with vibration?
It's similar. If anyone's ever been like factory in Manchester on a Friday,
yeah, a bit like that.
The top floor there, it was very like.
But I remember in Tokyo,
high energy.
Every now and then, there was a secret door.
Secret door.
And it was never open, right? But on the old time,
in the basement.
No, upstairs on the top floor, there'd be a secret door, right? And every now and then they'd open it, and then you go in and be like, and it'd just be like do you know that boiler room? On the DJ set, so it'd be a bit like that, and there'd just be a DJ in there. It'd be like a little box room, and it was mad. And like I went in there a couple of times, and then like
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, like I can only remember going in there about 2 or 3 times. It was a proper secret room, and I'd always like when I was up there, I'd always like feeling around on the walls. You know, like there was like a library bookshelf that you'd see in Scooby Doo or something. You'd pull a book, and then it'd open up.
Door.
And they were like, yes, I'm in the secret room. I went in there once and it was like, get out, you're not allowed in here. And I was like, oh,
I found the book. I found the book that opened the trap door.
The book though.
Look, give me Fred and Velma, don't come in.
But yeah, and then obviously like if you go back downstairs to the ground floor, and then you go outside, which would essentially be classed as like the smoking area.
Yeah.
But we obviously didn't go outside to smoke. We went outside because there was
like a terrace,
there was a DJ there,
and
there was like a decking and stuff. And did you know the DJ before Hudds? You did, didn't? Yeah. How did you know him?
But through my mate Bradshaw, who came to the DeMarzo night, because his mate Adam was. What do they call it when they're before him? Like warming up.
Like the undercard in boxing.
Yeah. I don't know there's a name for it in there. Like warming up for that DeMarzo guy. And
right.
he actually lived in Huddersfield, Adam, and Bradshaw was a bit like me in the sense, just come up and visit him as and when he wanted.
Yeah.
So whenever we'd go to Hudds, Adam would always be on outside, wouldn't he? Fucking
so he must have had like a set where he was always on Huddersfield on the terrace, on like the decking bit outside, and it just fucking smashed beats.
Oh mate, the tunes are fucking next level.
We could always go up to him as well and go, "Can you put this song on?" And he'd drop it for us all the time, and it was mint as well, because like it was always at the start of the night, and it'd just been me and you, like a pair of fucking whoppers, just stood on the decking, fucking dancing like goons, steaming, and like so many people that walk past us and stare at us and be like, fucking.
But is that like thing again, isn't it? Like, oh my god, they're dancing on an actual dance floor to actual dance tunes. What the fuck are they up to?
But then as the night progressed, more and more people would come up to them and they'd be like going, oh yeah, fuck it, and they'd
fucking
like start dancing next to us.
Boys.
And then by the end of it, we'd always have it full.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying
it wasn't. It wasn't just us.
But we was always the first ones there, and like we like enticed people to come in and be like, oh yeah, this guy's sick. And Adam always loved it when we was there. He was like, yes boys, like, because we didn't give a fuck.
We was like his groupies, weren't we?
We was his fucking what
entourage.
Hype man.
Yeah, hype man.
Yeah, and like, and then as well, he'd always like, whenever we went for a piss, he'd always be like, do you want to mind the Dexter's boys?
And we was like, abso-fucking-lutely. Went behind there, started twisting knobs, put it all out of sync, and like fucking just press pause or something.
All bass, no treble. Had to come back and be like,
and then he'd come back and be like, what the fuck have you done? I've been 20 seconds. And we're just like, don't know. But we used to fucking get pics, didn't we? Like, quick, someone take a picture of us, and we'd just stand there with like our hands up in the air as if we've just dropped a beat, and they'd be like, right, it's coming quick.
Put it on Facebook and be like, we are now DJs.
We are DJs.
But so that we then went back. So this is when we was like fucking 18, 19. We went back there last year, didn't we? And we was like, should we just fucking go talks old time sake?
Yeah, I think we'd passed like the 4 beer threshold, got a bit of energy, and was like, let's just fucking why not? He was like, let's go talks, man. So we
bounced, the fucking 18-year-olds.
Bounced in there, didn't get ID'd, which is like red flag number 1. And we was like, right, let's fucking go get a pint. And then we was like, why don't we go upstairs? It's usually fucking buzzing upstairs. So we walked upstairs and literally like, we must have bowled in there with like the energy of 1,000 elephants. And no music was on, and all we heard was just like a little trumpet going, like, and we literally walked into like a live orchestra band.
There was like seats everywhere where people sat down.
People sat down.
Ticketed event.
The dicky bowls and shit. And we bowled in, was like, hey, the fucking boys! And it was like, everyone's eyes just looked at us and it was like,
and I was like, is the secret door open?
Sorry, we're just here for the boiler room at the back. And yeah, literally about 1,000 eyes just peered at us and was like, yeah, this isn't the place you think it is, boys.
So it rebranded, didn't it, as Parish?
Yeah.
Which is a bit like is it like a bit of a...
I think it's like a bit rock and roll.
Yeah, like rock and roll-y, vibey, and just basically opposite of what we thought it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was mad. And I remember that night as well, we discovered that random fucking weird pizza place, didn't we?
Weird pizza
that
place.
Like vegan-y pizza place that we went to in Hudds.
Oh yeah, I can't get on board with that cheese, man.
Oh, the cheese was grim. And
smells like farts, and then when you eat it tastes like farts.
There's one thing they've not perfected, like in the vegan world, it just tastes like fucking smeg. It's grim. But I remember we went in this place and we went through the door. No, we went in the door and it just didn't look like a place. Like, it looked like a fucking janitor's closet, and there was like a fucking pedo in the fucking ready to come out and bum us. And was like,
oh my god, it's the Polish night all over again.
Where's the fucking bar? Like, and she was like, oh yeah, you've got to go like round the back and then like up the stairs and then through this weird door, and then it's there. And it was like, we're getting bummed, mate. Like, and we went in and it was like proper cool, wasn't it? And all like beanbags.
Oh, I know what it's called, Morocco,
yeah. And it was like, it was pretty chill in there, wasn't it? You like fucking Guess Who and shit in there.
Mate, it looked derelict and it looked like abandoned, and someone just sent us there as prey.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just sent these 2 lads to that fucking place. Kill them.
Yeah, but I was going to say, obviously, it's funny the timeline when you look, because we've been going to Hudds for like fucking over 10 years.
Yeah, it's literally been 10 years.
As I obviously mentioned before, we used to go and we'd always smash tokes out.
Yeah.
In our younger years, it was like a club. And then as we got like mid-20s, we hung out at like a bar called like Vox Bar, which was like pretty chill.
Oh, it's mega Vox, isn't it? It was such a nice little like atmosphere and stuff.
It's funny because we've got like them different time stamps. So obviously, like I said, it was like Tokes when I was younger, and then mid times it was like Vox and Cleo's, which we'll talk about in a bit. And then whereas now it's just like when we go Hudds, we just go to somewhere called Showtime, don't we? Which is like a sports bar.
And it's always we're only the two people. I don't know how they're still in business.
Yeah, like I do not know how they afford to pay the rent, because every time I go in, I swear it's like two brothers work there, and
a girl painting a fucking treehouse.
And she just and every time I go in though, it's empty as fuck. Like no one's in there. It's so fucking dead. And but it's sick though, innit? Like they have shuffleboard, they have pool tables.
They've got basketball machines. Like,
and they occasionally have like good tunes on as well, don't they, as it gets a bit later.
Yeah.
And it's pretty decent. But and there's a Brewdog there as well. So last few times we've popped over to Brewdog, haven't we?
It's literally next door, isn't it?
Got like a fucking hazy. And then fucking bounce back over. We need to go again soon.
I know Jacko was messaging me before saying that we need to go before Christmas and just have an absolute fucking session.
It was sick last time we all went. Did the karaoke and stuff.
Oh shit, yeah. It's a little story. Do you want to tell the TBC members what we were singing? People might switch off. People might be like, you know what, these lads are fucking hanging.
I remember we had to put our names down for like what tune we wanted to do, and Jacko did some fucking like Lionel Richie tune or something, Dancing on the Ceiling or something. I can't remember. Proper fucking granddad tune.
Probably, but he loves all that shit, doesn't
he? Yeah, and then not phased as well though.
Nah, mate, he did it. He was like touching. Me
and you was like twitching, weren't we? Like fucking reading the lyrics on our phone, like shitting ourselves,
rehearsing.
But you did. You wanted to do Ice Cube.
I wanted to do No Vaseline, but they didn't have it.
No Vaseline, but he didn't have it. Well, he seen you and was like, "You're not singing No Vaseline."
You can't sing.
The guy was black as well behind the thing. He wanted the DJ. And he was like, "You're not singing No Vaseline."
Yeah, you can't do that shit, mate.
And then
I did Slim Shady.
And then you did Slim Shady. Was it the real Slim Shady? Please stand up.
Yeah.
And it was so awkward.
Wow, they're the best.
So awkward.
I forgot how fast that tune was.
It was like real Slim
Please
Shady.
stand up.
Yeah, it was funny. And then I did fucking Wham.
Yeah.
Which was mint, because when I was like singing the fucking so I did Club Tropicana, and when I was singing the lyrics, and then do that bit, don't they, when they chirping and go, ooh.
Yeah.
Like you and Jacko was doing that, like, in the background, like our little backing fucking dancers. That was mega. And then we did a fucking collab.
We did a duet, didn't we?
Yeah.
What did we sing?
It was Yummy, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, we did Justin Bieber Yummy.
Oh, mate.
By that point, I was waved.
Oh, yeah.
I had that mad confidence as well, where we just smashed our fucking first performances.
Yeah.
And then we was like jumping around, just going, yeah.
It was literally like the people there were there to see us.
Yeah. People was like jumping on them, being like, yo.
That's how I felt, genuinely. I felt like they'd come to see us like do fucking cover songs for the night. It
was sick, mate.
But that was very like recent, that though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like probably one of the last times we went.
Yeah.
So like in the last year. Anyway.
So we're still them fucking lads who were 18, like they're still in there somewhere when they want to be, aren't they?
Yeah. No, definitely. That's what it's about, and that's leading back to the start of this episode. Like it's just about that escape, and it's like we even go now, not to escape from anything now, but it's just that nice place where we have a lot of memories there, and we relate to the town a lot.
Proper nostalgia bonus.
Because there's nowhere else really like that we go, like, really, is it? Like, we go to our local now, but if we got a night off, no kids, and it was like, do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, have a line
12 o'clock, you're fucking hell, someone fucking rooting for your bin out there.
I was not a spy.
But yeah, sorry. So fucking. Hey, that's well throwing me off, because I'm definitely rustling for you.
What's that fucking lamping?
It might be the Polish people.
It would be like conjured him, like fucking Candyman. We said the name too many times.
Polish dude. But fucking yeah. So what the fuck was it?
I really forgot what
Lost
he was
train
like
of thought.
in it and all.
Oh fuck's sake! I'm gonna have to chop this bit.
No, it's fine. So like. If we got a day off.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, day off.
We'd be like, right, let's meet.
Yeah, we'd go straight to fucking Huddersfield, mate.
Yeah.
Like straight up, we'd go straight to fucking Showtime.
I remembered on like when we've gone for little local sessions here, and it's been about 8:30, and I've gone, Just got fucking Hudds, mate.
No,
And like, and then like.
But when you actually break down the logistics,
Yeah,
we'd have to get a train.
We'd get there for half an hour and have to get the train back.
Exactly. It's just like, it's not worth it. But yeah, another very fond memory of Huddersfield. Can you guess what I'm going to say? Or
No, I'm not going to hazard a guess.
Is there anything you want to mention before we open the can of fucking worms?
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? Let's fucking open that shit.
Cleo's,
mate. Those who know will know. But for the TBC members, it's a gentleman's lounge.
So go on then. What's your favourite? Oh, not favourite. But just
all of it.
Your most distinct memory from Cleo's.
My most distinct memory, is like we've been in there 70 times by now, and the class as regulars, and we go in there. You pay £10, and with that £10, you get a little ticket, and you can get like a 10-minute dance afterwards. So we bowl in
10
there.
10 minutes? Fucking 1 minute, mate.
Well, it felt like 10 minutes.
They apparently do it for the duration of a song.
Oh, really?
That's like me and Beth seen it on that Olivia Atwood programme.
Oh, no way.
She talks to all different strippers and fucking OnlyFans and all that bollocks, and apparently the strippers say they do it for the duration of a song.
Well, I should have put on mirrors. That's about 9 minutes
7 minutes long. It's usually about a 2 minute dance or something.
Well, anyway, so we're bowling there, and there's this female on a pole, and she's got an American flag bikini on, and my jaw just fucking smacked me in the nuts. I literally was like, oh my god, she's amazing. She's amazing.
And just for context as well, this is our early 20s, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
We'd be fucking lads.
Actually, yeah. It was 3 a.m. We'd just go there just to get a boner and walk home and nurse it off. Walk home with a limp, wish we didn't go there.
Oh, so horny.
I mean... So, right, we go in there, I see this American flag, and I blow my load within about 4 minutes of being there. Come back, and you're in the same place that I left you, just jamming on your own. And then it's 2 hours later, and there's this one chick who you got quite pally with, over the duration of us going there. You became, fast friends, if you know what I mean?
Friends are a stripper.
Yeah, mate, honestly. And then it was getting towards the end of the night and stuff like that, and you'd still not pick your dance, and I was like, come on, mate, just fucking... We just picked one of them.
Oh, I actually remember this. She was grim once.
So she was sat with us at the time, just having a drink, so probably coming to the end of a shift. And you literally turned to her and went, "Fuck it, you'll do." And give me your hand.
I remember, mate.
And then she grabs your hand and fucking solemnly takes you behind the curtains, and I just wait there. And then as you come back out, you're walking up these steps, and I looked at your face, and you was just fucking so disheartened.
I remember I'd always wait, because I'd always be like, nah, another fucking A Fit Bird's going to come out soon.
Yeah.
Wait the time. And I'd be sat there waiting, and this fucking grim bird who was sat with me the whole time. Like you said, it'd become a regular thing every time. But she'd always come up to me and sit with me.
She was
she'd
dead
become,
nice.
Fucking obsessed with me. She'd always just sat with me. She'd be asking me about fucking work, what I'm on with at uni and stuff like that.
She knew what projects you were doing.
She'd be like, so how's it going?
How's the merger?
Yeah. Yeah, sound. But I remember getting that dance, and I was like, fuck's sake. But
that was a very fond memory.
I remember going on my first time with someone, and I remember the first dance that I got was it was to Gambino, Redbone.
Oh my god!
And I remember it. That's so vividly.
That is pornographic.
Yeah, and I just remember it came on, and I was so nervous the first time I went as well. Because I felt seedy and horrible, being in there.
Oh yeah, you do. Afterwards, I felt hanging.
And I'd always feel grim, and I remember Redbone came on, and there was two Russian chicks fucking begging for my £10 dance, and I was like, you know what? I was like, the moment's right. I was like, let's go, let's go, ladies.
Let's do it.
Took both their hands and walked fucking downstairs. And yeah, I just remember that first dance. With that tune on, that to me, I just feel cringy talking about it.
No. We're not those dudes anymore, but
no, this is like I said, this is like fucking nearly 10 years ago, but lads will be lads, won't they?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? I remember
what
loads
about
of occasions.
when I think it was like near my birthday, and you's all put to for me, didn't you?
Oh, VIP
shit, mate.
Yeah, so like Ryan said then, like your £10 would get you in, but you'd get given a token, like a card, and then you could get like a little shitty 2-minute dance, which, you know, was like titties in the face.
It was great. I'm not gonna lie, it was 2 minutes of absolute heaven.
And then I remember, like got Ryan the fucking VIP thing, and it was 60 quid.
60 bone, yeah.
And it was 20 minutes.
Oh god.
So you take you upstairs. They don't just take you in the back behind the curtain. They take you upstairs, and you go into like kind of like your own little changing room, and they're like, yeah, and then they just sit you down and just fucking strip fucking naked,
flicking that bean like Joe Green.
Everything, like bumhole in face, like
you
name it.
I saw what Shapatilo looked the previous night, honestly. I saw everything.
Fuck me.
Come out of there, changed, man. I went in a boy. I came out, man.
This is heavy shit, this. Like, we did say that we'd be lighter, and like, you know, we've got...
Just because, right, our first, like, 4-5 episodes even were, like, just portraying stuff that we actually do want, because with our stuff that we've already put out there, I don't think we've scratched the surface one bit yet.
No,
I think that's very... What we've talked about has been very, like, surface level, like, there's so much more to come, but we can't expect people to fucking listen to that shit fucking every time we fucking put an episode out.
It's nice to...
switch it up a bit.
Yeah, and just like this episode's not really relevant to like what anything we want to do.
No,
it's just a bit of a fucking laugh and showing you this other side to us, and that we're not just these fucking, you know, like
deep
mad
fucking,
mental health heads, like, because we're actually not really like we are somewhat in sense of like, you know, we've been through some shit and we talk about it and stuff, but we wanted to show people this other side to us, like,
yeah,
you know, we're just fucking idiots, like, you know,
yeah, we are idiots.
Obviously now we've got kids and that, so we've had to kind of grow up a bit, but we're still fucking childish as fuck when we're kid free, and
but that's,
you know,
just men in general, isn't it? Men are just immature as fucking anyway, especially when if we've got kids and the kids aren't around. Like, I feel like just a new side of that bloke like comes out naturally.
Yeah. Just fucking thinking about Cleo's now in my head. And all like the different fucking occasions.
What time is it?
Yeah, mate. So, is there anything else that you got on your notes? I think pretty much covered everything. It's like, yeah, it's like 50 minutes. We have pretty sound, to be fair.
We have we actually covered everything?
Sure, on my notes, well, we've got little things that are just like random bits. Oh, we've got your stag do actually.
Yeah, there we go. Let's mention.
Should we end on your stag do?
Let's end on my stag do, yeah, because it was a wonderful occasion.
No, it was. So when Ryan got married, obviously we had like kind of like 2 stag do's because he got married abroad, didn't you? Was it in Ayia Napa?
Ayia Napa.
Yeah, so we had like a proper stag in Ayia Napa, but then you did one obviously back home for people who weren't going.
Who weren't coming, yeah.
And we did like a bit of an ale trail, so we started in Manchester and we got the train up to Huddersfield, but we stopped off.
Yeah.
At,
stop off at Staley
Bridge,
Greenfield, Marsden, Slowett, and then Huddersfield.
Yeah.
But do you remember what happened between the Manchester stop and the Staley Bridge stop?
I remember everyone being like dead loud and Larry on the train, and some old woman was like, "Oh boys, can you shut up?" I think was it Mike Bez?
Mike Bez went, "Shut up, I'll spit on your mum's biff." She was like 60. She just looked at him like, "Oh, disgusting." It was like, God, like we're on this train for 12 minutes, and literally like 1 minute in, someone was like piping up at us, and I was like,
I remember it.
It's probably the one day where I was like, fuck it, like whoever says something, because normally I'd be like, oh, it's fucking just, you know, people are in public here, but that was probably the one day.
There was probably about 30 lads as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
so
it was loads.
It was mad carnage on the trains in general.
Yeah.
But I remember at one point everyone was like chanting, was it Carlton Cole?
Was it Cal? Yeah.
Everyone was like,
Carlton Cole. Always
like, just bare loud. Like,
so...
I think that was in Mosley. Did we go Mosley? Or?
Nah, that's not.
Is it Marsden?
Yeah, we stayed.
It was all like rocky when you get off the train, a bit like it is at Mosley.
Yeah, we stayed in Marsden for ages.
That's when we went to that random pub, wasn't it, over the bridge?
Yeah.
And like they did. I think I got me and you a scran in there, and it was a burger, but it was a proper shit burger, like it was out of a tin.
It was like a Rustler's or something,
yeah,
wasn't it? But it was needed though, like you need to keep eating, don't you, when you're on holidays?
Yeah, no, defo.
And the sun was out as well, everyone was in like t-shirts and shit.
Yeah, it was mint, mate, it was mint.
And everybody was like on form, weren't they? You know what I mean? Like it was such a good good day.
You had like an hotel and shit, but didn't you? It's like a B&B kind of thing, wasn't it, in Huddersfield?
Yeah, it was like I think it's classed as like, it's like an apart hotel type thing.
A bit weird, wasn't it? Like a bit like American-y vibes, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, like a motel.
So I remember when we eventually got to Huddersfield, got off the train and we went in like one of the pubs next to the station, and then mooched over to your apartment hotel thing.
Yeah.
And everyone was just getting freshened up, weren't they?
Yeah, everyone has to get a compulsory shower. So like, it sobers you up a bit, doesn't it, when you have a shower? Have something to eat, bottle of water, and then you get a bit of a second wind, don't you, for the night?
Yeah.
And then you got like ready pretty quick, didn't you, and come to our room, and then tell them what you did to me.
Oh yeah, so in your room.
It was me, Nath, and someone else.
It was Jacko, I think.
It was Jacko, yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
and I think there was, I don't even know why we did it, but there was an ironing board in the room one day, and I was like, put this ironing board up here. And I was like, someone get the phone out and video this. I went, what's this? So we put the ironing board up, and you was just stood on the bed, fucking jumped up, and I KO'd you through the ironing board. And I actually don't know what happened from that. Did anyone get a bill or anything to pay for it?
I don't think so. I don't think that ironing board was used in like 30 years prior to that. So we just put it back where it was, and then like sprinkled some dust on it, and just like pretend we were never there.
No, and then obviously the night out. I can't actually remember much about the night out other than
No, I
Tokes.
can't remember much about that.
Did we just go straight to Tokes, or did we go a few places? Oh, no, we went to the place that I was trying to say before about the burgers and shit, when I couldn't think of the name. We went there originally.
Did we?
Yeah, and I remember it was all chilling in there, like the sports bar. And then from there, I think we went to Tokes. I think.
Yeah. That was always where it was going to end up, and it was still... Was it still Tokes at the time? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I remember being in Tokes and being like fucking steaming.
Oh yeah, you was on another planet, mate, weren't you?
And then I just remember getting woken up.
Yeah.
So I'd fallen asleep.
You'd literally fell asleep
on the dance floor.
Stood up.
But like in the corner, stood up, just fucking nodding my head.
Mate, your posture was next level.
Yeah, like, and I was just stood up nodding, and obviously everyone started videoing me like you do. And then I think one of your other mates was like, "Oh, just put Jay in a taxi and like paid the driver."
Yeah, it was Grant that. He come back into me and was like, "Right, I've just fucking sent him home." I like, it's literally fireman lift you out of the club, buried you in this taxi and was like, "Take this fucker home," shut the door, and then was like telling me when he got in, he was like, "I've got him home safe, I paid for the taxi and stuff." So like,
I remember though, the taxi driver took me to the cash machine.
Really?
Yeah. Took me to a cash machine, and he was like, "You need to pay." So I was like, "Right, sound." So I got my bank card out, put it in the machine, and because I was so fucked, I knew what my PIN was, but I didn't know how to type my PIN in. I was like, do you know Leonardo DiCaprio in fucking Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah, that's how I was. I was trying to put my PIN in, and I felt like, what's it called? What they take now? In it, a fucking lewd.
A lewd,
I felt like I took one of them, mate. It was kicked in, and I was trying to put my PIN into this card machine, and I must have done it about 10 times, and I might have just not been pressing enter or something. And like, I remember like in slow motion turning around to look at the taxi driver, and he was reversing out
just fuck off.
and he fucked off. And this fucking petrol station was it could have been about an hour to 2 hour walk home. I had no battery on my phone.
Oh my god.
I was twisted off my fucking brain. Like, fucking... Do you know what I mean? And I remember I was like, fuck's sake, I'm going to have to walk home now. And I just remember walking home, and it must have took me about an hour.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't remember the walk home, I just remember bits of it, of me like fucking trailing in the dark at like fucking 3 a.m, walking down this long ass fucking scary road, and then getting in. Mental, mate. So yeah. Hudds, everybody.
Hudds, everybody. That's so good. And you know, like now when we go, like, because it's fucking dead, like, we like it even more because it's dead.
Yeah.
Like, if it was still the happening place, I think we'd have found somewhere else, mate, like fucking just Halifax or something.
I remember as well, just quickly before we finish, because your legs are twitching, I know you need a piss.
Damn it, I do.
Remember when we went for my birthday, like, about a year or two ago? Do you remember that random fucking pop-up place that was, like, an arcade, and you went in and went upstairs?
Oh shit, yeah.
And they had all like mad retro arcade shit, like
it shut down like a week later.
It shut down, and then the next time I was like, yeah, should we go to that place? It's called like Carnival or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. There's
like,
a carnival.
Sick in there, and then like we went and it was shut down. It was like, fuck's sake.
Yeah, we went on like the dance mats and shit, didn't we?
Yeah, I went there with Beth as well. It was mint, like proper enjoyed it.
It was that good. They all like the basketball and the air hockey and stuff like that. We spent hours in there, didn't we?
No, we
just
did.
necking back Madra.
Right, mate.
Is it time?
Ask me the fucking question.
It's going to be a different answer as well, isn't it?
Well, it's going to get two answers, bro. I'm going to throw everyone off.
So, who are you drinking, Jay?
Who are we drinking? So, this week, we are drinking... Ryan did the honours this week of going to the shop and getting the beers. So, this week, we are drinking a Modelo. And for anyone who's not drank that before, it's a strong lager. Not strong as in, like, strong tasting, just like strong as in it's a good fucking beer. So it's a bit like Corona, so it's a little tiny bottle lager, 4.5%, and it fucking does the job. It's got a lime in it as well for anyone who's not had it before. And then as well, just because he's an absolute fucking lad,
what else are you drinking, Jay?
He's got another beer. So we've got two beers on the go here. We've cleared the Modelo's. Beer number 2. This is a throwback beer for us because, you know, it's...
Such a throwback beer.
Yeah, like...
I've got a quick story about this beer. If we can fit it in, I'll tell it.
I think we can fit it in, but we got into this beer on a random night on it in fucking Failsworth.
Yeah.
And, like, it's because... Was it... what's the beer that they originally had? Is it 51 Deep?
61 Deep.
That's the beer they had, but it weren't in. So we was like, what else have you got? That's a bit like 61 Deep. And they was like, we've got Erdinger, that's like it, which is nothing like it.
Is it fuck?
But it's a fucking sick beer. It's a wheat beer.
It was three
for a fiver, wasn't it?
How many millilitres is this?
Mate, it's a big cunt, this. It's like, well...
50 cl.
It's not that big, but they do look big on the bottles.
But they did 3 of them for a fiver, and we did
value.
the math and was like, £5 for a pint or 3 of these for... I was like, hell yeah. So our like rounds were like...
It was like £1.60 a bottle, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we was.
So we'd get like 6, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And just like, we'd just chill in the corner.
Yeah.
Like goblins, get fucking steamboated.
Yeah, I was in there
I
was in there with Bowden, weren't I, that night when you come and met me?
Yeah.
Because that was like one of the first nights where you and Beth had actually like started seeing each other. So... We was dingered up, mate, like you couldn't believe.
Dingered out of our heads.
And we was knocking them back, and obviously I'd not seen Beth for ages, so I was like catching up with her and stuff like that. And then we was going to get a taxi home, or used to, we were going to get a taxi home, and we were stood in like the doorway of the pub, and we was dingered off our heads, mate. And we was trying to talk, but then like she kept like chiming in, and you just went, we just shut up for a sec, try to talk to him, and she was fuming about it, and it was literally one of your first like date nights that you'd went on and you nearly like ruined it.
Yeah, like I think obviously though, like we was obviously having banter, but I think because we've not seen her in so long, like,
yeah,
we'd become totally different people.
Yeah,
and to be fair, like probably was steaming and probably come off a bit rude.
Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously not didn't mean to be.
And then obviously like I remember like she was like, fuck off. And I was like,
yeah. Whoops.
And then like the next day I was like, nah, like we need to have a chat. And then obviously fucking got a kid now and fucking
it all worked out in the end, but I was so you was texting me in the taxi going like, mate, she's fucking livid with me, you know.
I did a lot of making up. I fucking spent my life making it up. Like,
for that one occasion.
Yeah.
I'll never have Dinger again.
Apart from now. But anyway, bit of a different episode, and I hope everyone likes it. And if you are in Huddersfield, make sure you pop in Cleo's and get yourself a dance. Tell them that you know me and Ryan, and they might fucking...
They'll sort you right out. Like, oh, you know the boys. They're on our wall. The wall of heroes.
The wall of shame. But hope you all enjoyed it. See you on the flip side.
TBC out.
Peace.